Sukumaran, the Prithviraj I should have spent time watching last week. Hey all, my name is Sucharita. This is my channel. You're watching a movie review, and today I'm going to be talking about the Malayalam language film streaming now on Netflix, Jangan Man.
Sir.
Directed by a man full 1 month younger than me, the 33-year-old DJ Josie Anthony, Jangan Man does start with a disclaimer which says the usual, any resemblance to anyone is coincidental, etc. And then this film proceeds to show us more real and honest storytelling than inspired by true events movies you have seen recently. I'm not going to get into the details of the story deliberately because in this film's case, that would be a slight disservice to what the trailer has attempted to do. For most Hindi films, I don't watch trailers or any promotional material anymore because lazy editing plus an infantilizing of movie-going audience has ensured that most trailers are mostly mini versions of the movie itself. You know what I'm talking about, right? You know exactly what I'm talking about. Not Jangan Man. Jiska trailer also I watched after the film. And it's really quite remarkable and unique the way the trailer uses the movie's biggest star, Prithviraj Sukumaran, to invite you in to watch the story of our country's many contemporary problems brought to the forefront due to one incident.
She deserves justice.
Which may or may not be a red herring. What that incident even is, you'll need to watch the complete film to find out right till the end because nothing is what meets the eye. In a post-truth world, writer Sharis Mohammad's work clearly comes from a place of anguish, helplessness, and a desire to use his craft to say something worthwhile. He's reminding himself and his audience that the country still has fundamentally strong foundations that one can rely on. The first words you hear in this film are Satyamev Jayate, truth alone triumphs. But witnessing systems failing to protect the people, the democracy, unable to uphold justice, seemingly in service only to the powers that be, is what we're watching unfold online, on Twitter, and 24/7 news media for at least those of us who write about and hence follow popular culture. Both Sharis Mohammed and DJ Josie Anthony are true young millennial storytellers who, at least through this film, are questioning the purpose of art. What is it if not addressing uncomfortable truths and asking tough questions?
Instant justice.
Now that they're supported by a superstar and a powerful figure like Prithviraj Sukumaran is how it should function in an ideal world. But from where most Hindi cinema viewers stand, this looks like an audacious, daring act. This film very much exists in the world you and I occupy. All subplots reference real life events throughout its runtime. Students are attacked by police in university libraries. One student is actually named Shaheen, standing alongside another named Gauri. The horrible, disgusting national euphoria over extrajudicial killings of men accused to be rapists. A nation was so starved for heroes and justice. Murders were lauded as great achievement. News anchors were screaming in delight about cricketers celebrating these kills. You remember the tweets of Harbhajan Singh, etc. in December 2019? Bone chilling. There is also a subplot here about institutional murders of students from marginalized sections in Indian universities. Students who are discriminated against by professors and fellow students and are harassed due to their caste background. The media's sexist and classist biases also find prominent mention in the courtroom. All of these are here to basically remind us that we see these things every day and we have become immune to and cold towards terrible things which don't even generate a response from us anymore. Jangan Man is really committed to driving its various points home. Itna ki the judge who's presiding over the court proceedings in the second half of the film is seated under a picture of Mahatma Gandhi and is a Gandhi doppelganger himself. So the film's intentions are clear and its tone is justifiable angry. But the screenplay does feel overstuffed with too many subplots, which is committed to exploring only one. That's the case that's being addressed in the courtroom proceedings. So the remaining characters and their motivations, their conflicts, etc., they're a great way to create a landscape around the central plot line. But at 2 hours and 45 minutes, the thrill of solving the mystery is encumbered because of all of these. Admittedly, no one could have prepared me for the final reveal and a climax twist I truly did not see coming. I just wish the final sequence hadn't morphed into the Scooby-Doo show that it becomes. You know that cartoon where masks are coming off? There's monsters behind nice people, behind monsters, behind a secret angel, or is it an evil scientist?
തെളിവുകളെല്ലാം നിനക്കെതിരാണ്.
ഞാൻ ഊരിപ്പോരും.
Prithviraj Sukumaran doesn't even appear in the film until the interval point. But when he does, he's very much the courtroom hero, presenting his theories and findings like a film star would. Taking you out of the reality the film is trying to drive home. Lekin having said that, it also works the other way. He's brandishing the Sitimar dialogue close enough to your movie screen for you to be able to latch onto it easily and pay attention. Prithviraj Sukumaran sells it. He's walking with a slight limp, ever so slightly different than what you would imagine a hero would be. So he's saying that I too have been hurt and broken by the system just like you, because the trailer mentions that the reason behind his disability is police violence. Suraj Venjaramolu, who I've only seen in The Great Indian Kitchen before this, is incredible as ACP Sachin Kumar, a policeman caught between duty and morals. So we meet him in the first scene as rather quiet and meek. He's at his son's parent-teacher meeting as a single father. And then you see him as a cop, which is a foreshadowing of the dual existence that you will see him live out through the rest of the film. Sharice Muhammad and Diju Josie Antony are young. They're excited, as is the rest of their team. Jakes Bejoy's music works hard to enhance the already dialed to 11 emotions. It's continuous. Jangarman does bludgeon you over the head a little bit with what it's trying to say. Melodrama takes over many times. But that it directly mimics recent political and student upheaval in India in a time when the biggest movie stars and producers, directors, they're all happy to toe the line. This film feels like an act of resistance. But hey, remember how I started this review? The Prithviraj I should have spent time watching last week. Akshay Kumar starrer Selfie, a remake of the Malayalam language film Driving License, is going to be Prithviraj Productions ki pehli Hindi movie. Make of that what you will. You can watch Janagan on Netflix.
No, she did not quit. She was forced to quit.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, Janagan is 1 month, 30-31 days लगते हैं आजकल थिएटर से निकल के फिल्म को OTT पे आने के लिए, राइट? दिस इज व्हाट हैपेंड. तो फिर थिएटर में देखने क्या जाएगा इंसान? टॉप गन ही देखेंगे फिर थिएटर में, और क्या देखेंगे? सब्सक्राइब कर लो चैनल को. फिल्म देखने के बाद रिव्यू जरूर देखना है यहाँ पे आके, ठीक है?